As leaders, we've all been there. You have to talk to an employee about something tough. Maybe their performance is slipping, or maybe they're creating conflict on the team, or just haven't met expectations. Whatever it is, it's normal to want to avoid these conversations. But holding them, and holding them well, is one of the most important skills a leader can develop. So how do you do it? Let's break it down into 3 simple steps. This is not a complete list, but it will at least get us started. First, before you say a single word or even sit down with the employee, take a moment to articulate to yourself your goal for having the conversation. What challenge specifically do you need to address? Can you articulate it? Gather any facts or examples that you have. You may need to show them. Remember, these types of conversations are not about assigning blame. They're more about checking on accountability, and they're most effective when they're grounded in objective reality. With the end goal of solving the challenge and getting the outcomes we need, aim to focus on the behavior, not the person. For example, instead of saying, "You're not a team player," you might say something like, "I noticed we didn't hear much from you in the last 2 meetings," or "We're still waiting on your piece of the project. Can you give me an update on where we are?" When you're in the conversation, start with a neutral opening statement. Something like, "I'd like to talk about the recent project deadlines. Is now a good time for you?" Create a safe space for dialogue. Your job is to be a listener first and a speaker second. Ask open-ended questions like, "Can you help me understand your perspective on this?" Or, "What do you think is contributing to the issue?" Give them the chance to be heard. This isn't a lecture, it's a two-way conversation, and it's human nature to assign blame, and they might just do that. That's okay. Just be sure that they don't leave the conversation without knowing and being able to articulate back to you what is expected of them and what they are accountable for moving forward. Before you end the conversation, make sure you both agree on what happens next. This is where you create a shared plan. Decide together on a clear action, a deadline, and the time to check back in. This could be as simple as, "Can we agree that for the next 2 weeks, you'll provide a short update on Friday afternoons? We'll check in then to see how it's going." Difficult conversations are an opportunity, not a burden. When handled with empathy, preparation, and clarity, they build trust and they strengthen your team. They show your people that you care enough to have the tough talks that result in real improvement and accomplishing great things. And that is great leadership. If you'd like to further engage in topics like these, hit us up at lod@utah.gov.